Hi everyone, how are you? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Boricua Sewing and Crafts. I see Miss Sansom, Mary. Hi Vida, how are you? Tonight's embroidery happy hour, what I wanted to do was I wanted to talk about pricing your embroidery items. Hey Iris, how are you doing? So I'm just going to do like a little quick intro to, just like allow like 2 or 3 minutes for more people to come in. If more people want to come in. Hey, Karen, how you doing? I always have this fear that I'm going to do a Friday happy embroidery hour and that no one's going to show up. I've always had that. Still do it. I've been doing this for about a year now. But one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to work with you guys in creating an embroidery price sheet, okay? I already did one happy hour where I was talking about pricing your embroidery items, but I was going to do a spreadsheet, but the thing is that it's very unique to everybody. Hey, Mello, how are you? It's very unique to everybody. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to break it down and show you guys how I do it. And the thing is also, sorry, sweetie. The thing is also is everybody's different, okay? Some people, would prefer to price at a certain area, a little higher. Some people like to be in the middle. Some people like to price low. There is no wrong or right, in my opinion, on how you price things, okay? The only thing is, if you are in the fact to, if you are trying to make money, the one thing that you do want to do is make sure that when you price your item, that you are pricing it so that your business can sustain, okay? Right, Mello? And so, oh, I see the crafty Puerto Rican is on. I got her shirt. Okay, if you guys don't know, her shop is gosh, let me type it in. It's Jula Lisa Creations, and I got this shirt from her shop. Love it. Juanita, you did a fantastic job. I love your shirt and stuff. But you need to make more because I need to buy more from you. But let me I hope he's gonna let me. You're gonna be good, right? Okay, thank you. All right, so let's talk about custom work, okay? Because really that is to me the most difficult to price when it comes to embroidery, okay? A lot of times, like I'll have people come up to me and they'll say, hey, I want you to do something for me. They'll have like a picture of something and it's something that, I have to get digitized, or sometimes I really have to play with different designs to see if it's something I can make for them. And a lot of times right away, what they'll do is they'll show you something and they'll say, oh, this is what I want. I want you to do this. How much is it going to cost? And they kind of like want a price like right then and there. What I say to do in those situations is say, I have to do more research and I'll get back to you. For the simple fact that you don't want to blur up a price. And then all of a sudden, it's like you find out that the file that they gave you, the design, when you went to digitize it, it was so much detail in that design that, of course, when the digitizer went to digitize that design, it cost you a lot of money. And then you found out that it was a lot of thread and that it took up a lot of time and that maybe, the material that they wanted cost a lot of money. So you never want to place yourself in a position where you end up losing money, okay? Unless, unless it's a gift. To me, if it's a gift, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're not there for the profit. But if you're running a business, right, you want to make sure that you're bringing in something. I mean, to me, my thing is about self-sustaining, okay? Right now, my purpose of my shop is really so that I can make enough money so that way I can explore other areas in embroidery and crafting and stuff like that. So that way my, I can kind of self-sustain, I guess, my habit, okay, my embroidery habit. But if you're in the business where you are relying on your embroidery business to pay for your rent and put food on the table and stuff like that, then you're in a whole different ball game and stuff. So of course you're going to be looking to try to price as high as you possibly can because you need to make that profit because that is, that's your lifeline, right? So let me talk to you a little bit about custom embroidery. Okay. People sometimes don't understand what embroidery is. They don't understand that, there's different types of thread. They don't understand about the stabilizer. They don't understand about the machinery. They don't understand about the method that you have to take to hoop an item. They don't know about the amount of time you spent in front of the computer looking at your embroidery software to figure out how you're going to maneuver the design, make it big, small, where you're going to place it and all that kind of stuff. They don't think of all that because naturally they're not doing it. All right. All they know is they see this one thing, it's beautiful, and they want it, right? What the process is on how to get them what they want, they have no clue. So, but the thing is, you as a business person, you have to, your process, but you have to make sure that you are, getting the money for what you're doing, all right? So I'm going to go down my price sheet, and this is what I have right here. So my recommendation for this live is to really, if you have a notebook, pen and paper, and you have a calculator, I say this is where we're going to be working together so that you can write down all of your price points and stuff, okay? So what I wanted to do, what I was thinking of doing is let's talk about creating something, all right? And then we can talk about how we're going to break down the price as to how much is the cost of the labor, how much is the cost of the material, and all that kind of stuff. So that way you have an idea of what it is that I do. This is the method that I use whenever I'm embroidering something for someone, okay? Now, I'm going to give you an example of someone came up to me. They have, I have an example. Someone has a hat. I do have a friend right now that is looking to get a hat done. The hat that she wants done I believe the person did this with heat sublimation, but on the hat she wants embroidered a golf. I think it's a golf thing. A golf club with a ball. She wants a wine glass. And as a matter of fact, let me see if I could show you guys the picture of it. That way you guys have a view of it. Shoot. I should have had this better. I was racking my brain all day today trying to figure out how I'm going to explain all of this and stuff. So I was thinking the best way to do it is to actually, there it is. Here's a picture. Let me see if I can blow it up. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to cover my friend's name. All right. So this is what she wants done. And I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't think you can. Well, it's a hat. And on the hat, okay, I'll describe it to you. It says plan for the day. And then it has a coffee cup. It has a golf club with a ball. And then it has a wine glass, right? So I'm like thinking, all right, it's a cute hat, okay? However, though, when I'm looking at the picture that she sent me, I can tell that this was not embroidered. This was done with sublimation, right? Now, I have a sublimation machine, but I was thinking, all right, that means I have to buy blanks. I have to buy blanks for it. But she says she doesn't want sublimation. She wants this to be embroidered. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not the greatest at embroidering knit hats. Knit hats can be very, very tricky on how you place it. So the way I have done the embroidering on knit hats in the past is I use knockdown stitches. But the thing is, because this has a sentence and then it has 3 little designs on it, the knockdown stitches around that, it's going to be really big, it's going to be bulky, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work very well. So my whole thing is already, I'm thinking, all right, how am I going to price this hat? Okay. First of all, the image, I can get the image. It's not a problem. But the thing is, then I have to have somebody digitize it, all right? Usually, the person that I work with usually charges about $10, $15 for the design. Now, I was also, this is the thing that goes through my mind. When I get this file digitized, is this file going to be so unique that I am only going to be using that file one time? Okay. A perfect example of that was the kitchen towels that I did for my friend who is from India. She wanted kitchen towels with some Indian writing on it. She wrote all of the words and I sent it over to a digitizer. He digitized it and then I embroidered it on all the kitchen towels and stuff. Came out gorgeous. However, though, if you really think about it, that was money that was spent and it's only spent one time because I cannot reuse that digitized file for the simple fact that I don't see, there's no other market for it. First of all, the wording and the language had her name on it and stuff like that, and I really don't understand. So, you know, my whole thing is I'm not going to be able to use that. So in that situation, the price of the digitized file, I fully put that on the customer because I can't reuse that. However, though, in this case, in this hat, right, it's really a cute design. And not only would this be something that I would create for my girlfriend, but at the same time, I could even see that if it came out really nice, I would probably put this on my Etsy shop, right? I would modify it in such a way, you know, to make it unique. So that way I can go ahead and resell it. So in those situations, when I get a file that is, you know, that I have to convert and digitize, if I can reuse that file so that I can sell it, you know, resell, I don't put the cost on the customer. I put the cost on me. So in this situation, in this hat, right? Let's say we're making this hat. With that, the cost on the digitizing, I don't even include it in the price because that's something that I am going to use for myself in the future, okay? However, though, I got to get the hat. So let's say the hat costs $2, right? So I'm like, all right, so I know I got to get that money back for that hat. So then I have to think about when I get the file that's digitized, how many stitches are in there? And also think about all the color changes that you're going to be doing as well. So let's say you have a single needle machine. On a single needle machine, you have to manually change all your colors, right? People that have single needle machines, usually what they do is they charge $1 per color change, okay? So if I was making this hat on my SC 1900 or my single needle machine, whichever one you have, and as from what I see in the picture, it's just black and white, right? But let's say that you change it up and you add another color or whatever, then the cost would be, okay, $2 for the hat. And let's say we leave it at black and white. So $2 for color change. So there we go. Now we're up to $4, right? Then I would look at the embroidery of the file. How many stitches overall is it? Okay. So if it's, you know, some people say they charge $1 per 1,000 stitches. If you want to take that route, you can. So let's say the stitches is to 10,000, right? So $1 per 1,000, that's another $10. So right there, what I would do is I would say, okay, $10, $2 for the hat, $2 for the color changes. So now we're up to $14, right, for the hat. And then the most important part, and this is the part that people don't think about, my time, okay? We always gyp ourselves when we are talking about our time. So what I do is I'll say, okay, how much do you get paid per hour at your job? So this is how I do the time. And I'm going to write while I'm talking to you guys. I'm going to say that I want to get paid $50 an hour, right? Okay, so I'm doing $50 an hour. From the time that, I look at the embroidery file, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll think to myself and say, okay, the embroidery file is 10,000 stitches. It's going to take me 30 minutes to stitch, okay? So what I will do is half of $50 is 25. So right there, I would say, okay, my time is $25. Now, notice something though. I didn't talk about the time that it took to hoop. Some people will charge for hooping, okay? I don't charge for the hooping, but some people do. Seriously, right, Mello? Okay. So anyway, I don't charge for the hooping. So, but if you think about it, it's $25 for my time and then $14 in cost and material. So when you start to add up, it starts to get a little pricey. So now we're up to $39, okay? And then to me, I kind of like $39 for a hat. That's kind of high. But it is what it is, right? So usually, I'm going to be honest, usually what I do is the price can really go high. It can go kind of crazy. If you start charging for everything and you start nickeling and diming, okay, the price can really go up there. And then what you have to start to ask yourself also is, what are your competitors doing as well? Okay. If I can go and I can take a hat and I can sell it for $40, right? Then it's like the person next to me could sell a hat that's very similar and they'll come out and they'll say $19.99. So I'm gonna be honest, it's like, it's kind of like an iffy thing. You can go ahead and say, all right, my hat is $40, but the thing is, I don't know if people would actually pay $40 for a knitted hat. It depends how bad they want it, I guess. But me, normally what I'll do is I'll look at my price, which right now it came to $39, right? Somebody is selling it at $20. I would probably lower my price a little bit, but I would not go down to $20. If anything, I would probably go down to maybe $25. $25, or I'll put $25.99. That's what I'll do. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is there is really no right or wrong, okay? To me, my main focus is, do I make the money back in materials? Also, do I get a little bit for my time? Okay. It's a little. Oh, good. Liliana's online. Lily. If anybody knows pricing, it's Liliana. Man, I wish you could do this live with me. God, because I would love to have you. She and congratulations. I need to say this, okay? Because I'm so happy for her. She posted a video on our Facebook group. She's got a contract to do NBC's embroidery for them. So I'm like, girl, I am so proud of you and happy for you. Happy for you. I mean, she was doing like the happy dance. So anyway, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. It's just that I get excited when I see that people are, do so well. I think that is like so awesome and stuff. So I am so happy for you, girl. But Liliana, please, if there is anything that, you can add on here, 300 baskets. Wow, she's doing 300 baskets for NBC. So, but if there's anything you can add on the pricing, because I'm trying to do the pricing as best as I can. And I know that she's a super expert on this because I don't know if you guys have seen, she has a full-blown business in the embroidery and stuff. But let me know if I'm off track, Liliana, okay? She said $15 each. You would sell a hat for $15? I'm selling mine for $25.99. I can't go down to $15. That's too cheap. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm losing sidetrack. I'm sorry, guys. I am like so disorganized today. I am trying to go down this list that I have, and I want to try to go down this whole thing. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. It's just that I saw her, and I'm excited for her because I think that's like so awesome. You know, the contract that she got. So anyway, you can tell I get excited for people. So, all right. So, I also want to talk to you about, let's do this. Let's talk about materials, okay? Let's talk about our different stabilizers and how I price materials, okay? All right. I buy my stabilizers from Amazon, okay? And usually whenever I buy my stabilizer from Amazon, I always get a certain price. Like, I'm going to give you an example. 100 cutaway pre-cut cost me $12.99, right? So they're the pre-cut, they're square, and there's 100 in that pack. So whenever I buy supplies, I see how much is, how much is the quantity and how much did I pay. And then what I do is I divide it, right? So that means that each of those sheets, the pre-cut sheets, cost me 13 cents. So what I do is I put it on my little sheet right here. So that way I know that when I'm working on a project, and if I take one of those sheets that is cut away, I just spent 13 cents on that project. That's how I do it, okay? The same thing with the tearaway, okay? I get 100 pack for the tearaway, and it costs me $14.89. So then I go, okay, so that's 14 cents per sheet of the tearaway. So I do the same thing. So I have like on my sheet, right? So what I would do is I would on a piece of paper write down stabilizers. Then look at all the stabilizers that you have, right? Cutaway, tearaway, a sticky stabilizer, no-show mesh, even look at your tender touch and all that kind of stuff. Look at how much you spent per each of these stabilizers, okay? And then try to calculate, if you were to take some of that stabilizer, how much would it cost you if you were to use it in a project? Because my thing is, you have to take control and have to, not really control, knowledge of how much are you spending per project, okay? I know I'm all over the place, guys. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. God, I think this is the most terrible live. Anyway, I'm sorry. I think maybe I'm being too hard on myself, but I don't know. Okay. So anyway, stabilizers. That's how I do it, okay? So on your sheet of paper, that's what I do. I have stabilizers, and then I say one sheet of stabilizer costs this much, of whatever. Then I have the next column down, I have stitching, okay? How much am I going to charge per stitching? Am I going to do $1 per 1,000 stitches? How much am I going to charge for color changes? And the color changes, I only charge if I make something on my single needle machine. If I'm making something on my multi-needle machine, I don't even bother, because it's just loading all of the thread colors on your multi-needle machine, and you press the button, you let it go. But on a single needle machine, the reason why some people do like to charge is because you actually got to sit there, and for every color, you manually have to change it, and that's time, okay? Also, fabric, okay? Applique. Applique is not just the embroidering, it's the cost of the fabric. So a lot of times what I do is I charge 50 cents per fabric, okay, for applique. Now, I usually get mine for the fabric that I use for applique. I go to Walmart, I get it for 97 cents. They're not even that expensive, especially for plain letters, okay? Fabric to me is really not that expensive. So I have it written down as 50 cents, but I got to be honest with you. I made a couple of baby blankets this week. I ain't even charge. I mean, because to me, it's like, what name do you want? It's the same fabric, right? So I just did the I just did it. I was like, okay, let me just charge for the name and let me just charge for the blanket. And that's what I just did. Okay. Now, however, though, I did have a blanket that someone asked where they wanted the name, but they also wanted an image on it. So that I charged extra for because I knew that's more stitching that I had to do. And at the same time, I had to actually design the file. So what I did in that situation, I just charged $10 more for that. So when it came to the baby blankets, what I've been doing is, if somebody just wants a plain name, or if they wanted it with an applique, and I'm talking about, these are my local prices. If people from around where I live, they come to me and say, I want a baby blanket, and they just want a name, then I just say $45 is fine, because, I have my blanket and, it's just embroidering the name. And then I can hoop it, right? Now, if they want the name with an actual embroidery file, like a baby blanket or something like that, like the baby elephant or the umbrella and stuff like that, and the name, then for that image to be with the name and baby blanket, then I charge $55. Okay, which to me is reasonable, and I'm pretty quick on I'm not one of those where it's like, oh, you got to come back in a week. I can usually get it to them the same day and stuff like that. So some people also charge for heat vinyl transfer. Okay, I don't. I really don't. I focus more on making sure that I get the money back for the material. Okay. Some people charge for hooping. If you got hats, okay. Some people charge $5 just to hoop a hat. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand the $5 for hooping a hat. Hooping a hat is not easy, okay? A lot of people think it is because usually you're seeing somebody that has been very experienced in hooping a hat, okay? That is a lot. First of all, you gotta change the driver on your machine. You have to put in the hoop driver and all that kind of stuff. That takes time. And then hooping your hat takes time too, okay? It is not an easy process. If you don't hoop that hat correctly, you're gonna end up with a mess. So, totally got it when people say I charge $5 for hooping a hat. Some people will charge money for hooping a shirt or a towel or any other item. They have a hoop charging fee and stuff. Let me see. Okay, I already covered your blanks. You want to make sure that you're getting the money back on those blanks, okay? Also you got to think about we talked about the digitizing. You got to think about how much it's going to charge to digitize. Now, my rule of thumb is if it's a file that I can't use anymore, I put the cost of that digitizing file to the customer. If it is a file that I know I can reuse, I don't mind paying for it because I know I'm going to make a sale right off the bat with that customer. But at the same time, I'm going to make more sales in the future anyway off that embroidery file. So I'm okay with eating the cost myself. When you are running an Etsy shop, or if you have a Shopify or something like that, think about those selling fees and all that kind of stuff. Think about your shipping supplies also. Okay, hoop charge for each hat. Some people charge I just saw it. Some people charge $5 just to hoop a hat. That's what they do. And so, and you know what? To try to make this easier, because I know I'm a mess and stuff. Let me see. What questions do you guys have? Sorry, I got you lost. Oh, don't worry about it, Liliana. I'm good. I know you don't mean. I'm just happy for you. I really am. I think that's like so awesome and stuff. So I'm going to go down and stuff. I'm sorry, guys. Man, I thought this was going to be easy to explain cost, but I'm thinking also that maybe what I should do is try to reach out to some other folks, because I know like Eve is on here Eve has her own embroidery business. She's pretty successful in that too. Maybe I can talk to her about how she feels about the pricing and everything. And Liliana, maybe we can do a group live or something. I think that would be cool. And we can like talk and maybe debate the different options that are available. Cause see, you know, I don't want to steer anybody wrong out there. Okay. But, and I gotta be honest, I kind of like my Fridays with you guys anyway. So, but I just want to show you some of the things that I have been thinking about. I could be right, I could be wrong, but the thing is, I honestly feel like pricing is really a personal thing. I really do think it's that, because it depends what your end goal is going to be, right? If, like I said, if it's all about putting food on the table, then yeah, you're going to have to be like kind of like on the money, and you're going to have to really know what your expenses are and everything like that, because the thing is, the food's got to go on the table, okay? Me, I'm in a situation where this is something that I'm just doing to make extra money so that I can help Carlito with college and all that kind of stuff. And it's not really like, I'm not saying that I'm rich or whatever, but you know, I'm okay. The thing is, this is just something that I really want to do when I retire, right? I want to do it full time, because I just don't want to be one of those people that sit at home and don't have nothing to do. I just don't want it. I don't want to be like that, you know? So I want to keep busy, and I don't want to go back to my old job. I want to have a new career and stuff like that. You know, I guess they call it a second life or something. I don't know. So, and I like doing this. I really, really do. Cause like, I have to tell you, when I did those baby blankets last couple of days, people came, and when they picked them up, they loved them. And I get a high off of that. I don't know. I just do, you know? So, all right, I'm going to go down this thing. We talked about the time, set how much you're going to get on the time. The way I calculated my time was, and I think maybe I'm overpaying myself $50, because, you know, when I thought about it, $50, and then something takes 30 minutes to embroider, that's $25 right there. Maybe I'll just lower it to $15. Maybe that's more reasonable. I don't know. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I'm pricing my time a little too high. Because see, that's the thing too. If you start nickeling and diming, and you start putting too much on the price of a piece of custom embroidery, you can end up doing it so high where people are not going to pay for it, you know. But it depends on how bad they want it too, and stuff. Hey Mary, hey Iris, and I want to see you guys have any questions. Hey Michelle, hey Robin. Hey, the Crafty Puerto Rican, love your shirts, love it. And I also love the video that you did on the Halloween shirts where you cut it up. I saw that and I love it. That was a really, really smart idea. If you guys have not seen her video on the Halloween shirts, please check it out. I thought that was like so super cute. I never would have thought of doing something like that. And when she did that, I was just like, those shirts came out cute. Yeah, at first I was kind of like, what is she doing? She cutting up that shirt. But then when she lifted it up, and you saw the ridges and stuff like that, oh, that came out cute. I like that. I was like, oh, you should put those on your shop. Hint, hint. I think that's what you should do. Hey, Carol, how are you? Hey, Lori, how are you doing? Hey, Miss Max. Hey, Tammy. Yes, there she goes. She got her shop. This is where I got my shirt from. Julissa Creations and stuff. I love the shirt. It's so cute. Ooh, somebody's got a birthday. I see. Okay, Scotland, Maryland. Good vibes, enjoying. Love you too. I bought all the towel sets. Thank you for your tutorials. Oh, Miss Max, you're welcome. Hey, it's Eve. And Eve and Liliana, please, if you have any recommendations on the pricings and stuff, man, I know, I think I screwed up this slide. I don't know why. I got, because I'm like, I have my sheet. I think this is what I'm going to do, okay? I think what I'm going to do is I will copy this sheet, and I'm going to put it on the Facebook group so that you guys can see some of the notes that I've taken. Okay, I think that's the best way to do this, because I was like, I even had my calculator ready and stuff, because I was like, okay, we're gonna run some numbers, but it can get really confusing and stuff. But I'm gonna keep going and stuff, because you guys can always rewind and stuff like that. But you know, I'm just trying to give you guys the best advice I can and stuff. Question for Jeanette and group. I see this mock photos of these gorgeous people, but how do they get these photos? I don't understand it. I see it all over Etsy. Oh, Christian, I don't know what you mean. This mock photos, gorgeous people. Everybody's gorgeous, girl. Christian, what? I don't know what you're talking. Christian, I don't know which ones. Oh man, I wish I knew. I don't know what you. I don't know if you're talking about people are taking the photos and embroidering them. I don't know. Nope, I multitask. Hello from Minnesota. Okay, sometimes, okay. Sometimes you have to say no. You can't do it because it doesn't make sense, or overcharge your time in case of errors and have to buy another blank. You know, Michelle, you know, and you're right. And you know, Michelle, you're right, because I've said no. I'll give you an example of a no. The baby blankets. Somebody wants me to make baby blankets and they want me to put photos on the baby blankets. I said no, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, taking a photo and having that digitized, that costs money. Okay, that is not a simple task. And let me be very clear. Sometimes people have this impression that when they have a photograph and they get it embroidered, that it's going to look exactly the same. And it's not, okay? So to me, it's like, first of all, I'm not going to spend like $30 on a file, which of course the digitizer rightfully earned, because if any of you guys know about digitizing, it is not easy, okay? Digitizers have to design every single stitch of a file, okay? So, you know, it's like I have to pay that digitizer, and then it's like it's not going to look right. And at the same time, how am I going to recoup those $30? Because like Michelle is saying, if it, you know, the price is going to go high, and then before you know it, they're not going to want to pay $100 for that blanket, you know, and then all the time. And then, you know, I'm sure digitize, you know, doing a file that's been digitized from a photo, that's going to take more than a half hour. I'm sure of it. Okay. So I was just like, no, I do images that I know I can embroider and names. Take it or leave it. Or you can find somebody else to do it, you know. Yeah, not every order is feasible to take. You know, sometimes you do have to say no. I totally agree with you, Michelle. I really do, because I have said no to certain projects and stuff. I get the mock-ups I use from Creative Fabrica. You need to have your pic as a PNG with a transparent. Oh, mock-ups. Okay, that's the tutorial. Yeah, that's that's a tutorial. Yeah, I use markups when I do for pictures for shirts that have HUV. I have never done markups for embroidery files. I've always just stitch them on fabric, fold them up and stuff, and take a picture. That's how I usually do mine, you know. But so would that person that was in the photo Jeanette showed be the Creative Fabrica too? Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I have to be honest, Christian. I don't know. I know that this was what she wanted, and I can't get it to blow up. It's a cute hat. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a cute hat, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm going to try. I'm going to see. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to have a hat like that for me to take to the wineries and stuff like that. I would love to wear that, you know. But the thing is, I don't play golf. So I would have to take the golf thing out. I would replace the golf thing with an embroidery machine. That's what I would do. Time is very important. Yeah, it is, Liliana, but I don't, it's kind of hard to find out what would you charge for it and stuff. Finally, someone's being real with their hourly rate. Yes, it should be $50 an hour. Oh, Michelle, I know, but remember that I started saying, should I drop it? I don't know. It's like, this is the issue that I have. Like I was saying in this example, okay? We do a hat. I'm charging $50 an hour. It takes a whole half hour to create the hat. So that's $25 right there. Then let's say the hat was $4 and all that kind of stuff, right? So now we're starting to add it. So the hat ended up coming up to like $39, right? So I don't know. Is that a reasonable price for that hat? I don't know. It's like, would somebody pay $40 for that hat? Now, I do know that sometimes people do pay $40 for a Nike hat, you know, because it just says Nike, you know. Maybe they would. I don't know. So that's why it's like, you don't want to go so ridiculous with your price that next thing you know, it's not even something that people are willing to pay for. You know, that's the thing, because then it's like you're not selling anything, you know. It's not enough for me to people have a logo. It takes time. Okay. It's a really nice one-of-a-kind knitted hat. No one else has it, so it's worth more. That is true. That's a good point. That is a good point. Your hat is so unique that it's not that somebody else can go out and get it, you know. It's not something, and you got a very good point. Like anybody can go anywhere and get a Nike hat, right? You can go to Macy's, you can go to Target, wherever you get a Nike hat. But if I was to create this hat, this is not something that you're going to be able to find at Macy's or Walmart or anything like that, because it was really uniquely designed. So that is a very good point that she is bringing out there. So now I'm like, maybe somebody would pay for it. And I'm going to tell you something. I mean, when we talk about pricing too, me and my girlfriend were having dinner one time, and we were looking at some of the pricings of some of these things. And I saw there was a website and they were selling scrunchies. The scrunchie price for one scrunchie was like $22. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money for a scrunchie. Okay. These things are not hard to make. And $22? I was like, I seen these at the dollar store and all that kind of stuff. But I was like thinking to myself, you know what? Sometimes we have to put worth on the items that we create. Sometimes we undersell ourselves. And maybe I am one of those people that undersells themselves, you know. Maybe I need to put a little more dollar value to my items and stuff. Yeah, that maybe I'm starting to self-reflect here. Okay, all right. So, oh well, not for me. If that person have a logo, that would take a long time for me to digitize. Yeah. Let's see. Not that the price for the embroidery on the. Okay, sorry, I got you lost. Okay. Oh, thanks, Lori. I hope you guys can give me a thumbs up. I know I kind of feel like this live is kind of like, you know, I was kind of like hoping to like be able to like, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to give you my version of what a pricing can be. And the thing is too, is I'm going to be totally honest. I am, I have made money. I have been making money on my embroidery, okay? So I can't be pricing my stuff too bad, all right? Because I have been able to purchase extra machines and all that kind of stuff with the money that I've been making, all right? However, though, like I said, I cannot tell everybody, I am 100% sure this is how you should be pricing things. There are so many different ways that you can price an item. So to me, I just feel like it's really a personal thing, okay? You know, like I said, I broke down I break down the materials that I use. That's how I do things, okay? And what my whole thing is, I have to at the least, I have to make sure that I make the money back on all the materials that I've used for a particular project, okay? Including the product that I am embroidering on, okay? And then what I do is then I add a little to it. However, though, that is where I kind of feel like Michelle was saying about the time, and Liliana was saying that too, is your time is precious. And I am myself, I consider myself a failure in that, because sometimes, even though right now I say, hey, I'm $50 an hour, right? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I charge myself $50 an hour, because I kind of look at it as I'm having a good time embroidering it. So I'm just like, oh, okay. As long as I cover my costs on all the materials that I've used and everything like that, add a little extra, then I'm fine. Like with the baby blankets, charging what I charge, I do pretty well with that, because the baby blankets to me do not take a long time to embroider, especially when it's just a name. But the thing is, sometimes I kind of wish it did take a long time to embroider, because I actually enjoy making them. But and then when I'm done making them, I'm kind of like, okay, I want to make another one, but I don't know what to make. But you know, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay. I feel like I'm a mess today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, oh God. Hey, Ozzy, how are you? And stuff. I'm just like so off. $39 for a custom hat is reasonable. Oh, okay, Barb. Then maybe, yeah, you know what? I think you guys are right. I think maybe I am underselling my stuff. I better start looking at that. Okay, do you have retail, wholesale, or commercial separate pricing? Hey, Barb, no, I don't. Okay, when it comes to my items, I do buy my blanks. I buy them wholesale. I don't buy retail, okay? You know, I do get some stuff from Amazon, you know, like my baseball hats, I get them from Amazon. My kitchen towels, I get them from Amazon. The baby blankets, though, no, I get that wholesale. And then I also do try to get a lot of blanks, like children's blanks and stuff. You know, I get that wholesale as well, okay? You know, because I feel that you can get them a lot cheaper. Now, the only problem that I have with the wholesale, though, is when you are buying wholesale, sometimes you got to buy them by the lots, okay? So if you're not like making a lot of them, then what happens is you can end up with a huge inventory in your home. So that is something else that, you know, you have to think about. I mean, I don't, you know, because it can be, you know, you could end up with a lot. Like right now, I have a lot of baby blankets in my house, okay? I've got about 100 of them in here. I have them like all over the place. I hope my son doesn't come back from school soon, because when he opens up his closet, he's going to see all these baby blankets. So I'm going to have to move them before Thanksgiving gets here, because that way he can have his room back. But and then I also have an order for another 100 of baby blankets, because those kind of move kind of fast, because I do sell the blanks. I do sell the blanks on my Etsy shop. And then I also need to have blanks because people locally do buy them from me, okay? I've been kind of known as like the baby blanket lady now at the neighborhood, you know? It's like, oh, go to her, she got the nice blanket. So it's like, you know, which I, you know, and I kind of admit, I really love making these baby blankets, because to me, they're like super easy. Okay, they're easy to hoop because just flat, everything's flat. And then I do it on my Brother PR 1055X. I did a video on how I embroidered a baby blanket. I did that on my channel, and as you can see, the Brother PR 1055X that I have, the 10 needle machine, comes with a flat attachment where the baby blanket lays on, and it makes it super easy for you to embroider the blanket. And I just enjoy making those blankets and stuff. I am going to shoot a video where I am going to make a very, very special blanket for my mom. I'm hoping she's not watching. Sometimes she does watch, but if she watches, I don't know, hopefully she's 82 years old. Her mind is all set and everything. She'll know. Okay, well, I'm going to be doing something for her. So I will be filming that because I want to show you guys what I'm doing. I am still designing that blanket for her. She knows she's going to get a blanket. She doesn't know what's going to be on the blanket, but I think it's a beautiful, beautiful design, and it's a cute idea. My whole thing with the baby blankets is a lot of times, they're the heirloom quilted blanket, but people calling them the baby blankets. I don't think they're just baby blankets. I think they can be so much more. They can be blankets that you put on your lap. They can be blankets for kids to take to daycare. They can be picnic blankets, and they're blankets that you can just throw on the bed and stuff like that. So I just, I have so many ideas for these blankets. And the one that I have for my mom, I'm working with my sister because we're trying to design something for her. And once that's done, I'm going to film the whole thing of me making it so that way you guys can see it, because I thought this was pretty neat. And it's something that I'm sure that probably you guys would like to do to gift this to someone, so anyway, but I will be sharing that. I am still in the process of designing it, but once that's designed, I'm going to start embroidering it, and I'm going to explain the whole process of how I did it and all that kind of stuff, so that way you guys can do it too. And another thing too, just because you see me take those quilted blankets and put them on the multi-needle machine, that does not mean that you cannot do this on a single needle machine. It's a flat blanket. You can float it, and you can put it in a single needle machine too. So just something, for you guys to know about also. Let me see what else. I know that my thing scrolled back. Because you make something to consideration. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I think I lost some of you guys. All right. $120 to digitize. Okay. Thank you, Jeanette. Finally some. Okay. I think I read that. Please, ladies, don't give away your prices. This industry is 32 billions and growing. She's got a good point. And I think especially when you do 100 or more hats, I don't charge for hooping, but digitizing is a must. And I would not touch the dancing. Pricing is a personal decision. There are many different factors that each person has to take into account. Yes, totally agree. And I understand what Lillian was saying, because I think, Lillian, I remember once you did a video and you were talking about the pricing of embroidery. I think what happens too is that there are a lot more people that are now getting into this field, right? And everyone has like a different idea of how they should be pricing their embroidery. And, when they are first starting, they really don't understand the value of the work that they do. So sometimes they underprice. And then what happens is people are going to be like, okay, I'm not going to, let's say I make the hat and it's $40, right? And then somebody makes a similar hat, but, and the person is like, oh, I did the hat, came out cute, and you're gonna have it for $10, right? So it's kind of like, you know, uh, for the customer, it's great. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. It's just like, it's kind of like we could be messing up ourselves. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, you know, you're starting out, you really don't know the value of what you have yet. And I understand Liliana's point exactly. It's like, you know, this is valuable. Okay, this is a very valuable skill. Okay, these machines cost money. They're not cheap. Okay, if they were cheap, everybody would have one in their house. Okay, I mean, and not only that, this is a lot of work. And if it wasn't, you know, and not everybody likes to do that. Not everybody can embroider too. Okay, some people try it, they don't like it, whatever. And when you embroider and you do very, very, very good work, you want to make sure you get paid for it. Okay, like I know with me, I love doing my kitchen towels. I love doing the quilted blankets and all that kind of stuff. The shirts I'll do, but I'm just not a big fan of shirts. It's not really my thing. But whenever I do something, I want it to be top notch. I will not let something leave my shop or my business if it does not meet the high quality standard that I want representing me. But the thing is, too, is for me to give you something that's high quality, you're going to have to pay too. I'm not going to like sell it for cheap. Okay. My kitchen towels are, you know, they started a little low. I did up my prices on my kitchen towels. Okay. You know, but the thing is because I know they're good quality. All right. At first I was selling them for about like $17 a towel. I upped my price because to me, I'm like, wait a minute, this is valuable work and this is a lot of work. And, you know, I want to get paid for my talent. So, you know, that is really, really, really important and stuff. Let me see. Is there any other, let me see. However, I appreciate you stating your pricing because you make something into consideration, but we may not have thought. Yeah, everybody has, you know, and I think he's right. It's, you know, you're stating your pricing strategy. It's like you have to, the way I look at it is you have to do what is right for you. And it really is all about what is your goal. Like I said, if you are feeding your family and this is your bread and butter, you're going to be approaching the pricing strategy in a different way than for someone who, you know, like me right now, it's not my bread and butter. It's just something for me to sustain my craft so that later on, you know, maybe it's something, you know, that maybe I could get a vacation from or, you know, save money and take a vacation or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, it depends on what it is that you want to get out of everything at the end. That's how I look at it. You know, that's just, you know, I don't know. Just retired from banking. I'm finally able to do what I wanted to do. Loves to sell. Angela, I'm jealous. I got 4 years left. Then I can retire. At the end of the day, if your customer doesn't blink, let them pay. Huh? Okay. Your customer doesn't blink. Let them pay. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, E. If they didn't blink. I guess if they didn't blink means that they accepted the price, then let them pay that price, I guess. I don't know. So far, I have to be honest. Me personally, for every price that I've given people, I've never had an issue. I've never had an issue. Okay. You know, they've always said fair, you know, and I think also it's because they know that at the end of the day, they're going to get good work because they've seen my work from other people, because people that have found me, really know me from word of mouth, especially around where I live, because I'm going to be honest, I'm very I'm kind of shy, you know. You know, well, all right, okay, I'm not shy, but I'm just not one of those that is out there all the time. Okay. I'm kind of like, I sit in my front porch, or I'm in my backyard, and I'm in my sewing room all the time. Okay. And I'm always behind my computer and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not one of those that go out, all these, you know, that go all over the place. So it's like when somebody has something that I made and somebody asks about it, it's kind of like word of mouth. And then they'll like send me a text and go, hi, you know, I whatever. And then I'll be like, yeah, I can help you and stuff like that. So that's usually how I do it and stuff. You did great with the slides because it gives more information to consider with pricing. And that was great. Oh, thanks, Eve. Mr. I'm just trying to throw ideas out there, you know, for folks to think about and stuff. The photo, where did that girl come from? Christian, I don't even know where that girl came from. I just don't. It was just a picture that my friend sent me and said, I want that hat. I'm like, okay. I track my different types of jobs for me hooping, and I figured the cost of producing them, even the big, is right. Everyone has their own criteria for pricing. Yeah, everybody has their own. I mean, it just depends on what you want. I mean, you know, to me, what's really important though, honestly, and this is to me is a must, and I think we can all agree on this, is you have to at least cover the cost of your materials, for the simple fact that then you're losing money, period. The money is just flowing out of your pocketbook. So just imagine, you know, your pocketbook's here and the money's just out, it's gone, okay? Because you know, it's like I bought a hat and then, you know, for $2, and then I embroidered it and you gave me $1. So it's like I lost money, you know? So at the very, 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 very least, make sure that you get the money back for your materials. Seriously. Because then it's like, what are you doing? You know, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's a gift. Gifts a whole other thing. I mean, gifts, that's a gift, you know. But if you know, if when you're doing this as a business, I mean, you have to at least have the materials come back. I mean, and that is one thing for sure that I can say that's kind of works for me, is that when you know, I always take into consideration the cost of that material. That is the first thing. And then I'm going to be honest, usually I go, okay, this costs this much, and then I double the price. And then I'm like, I have to make at least this much. Okay. Like the towel was $2. All right. It's just an example. $2 a towel, at least $4. But usually I sell them for 20. So, you know, I made the material and, you know, the material that I used to make the towel itself, and then a little bit of my time. So to me, I feel like I did pretty good at the cost of making the towel. Now, something else to think about too, when you are pricing, your cost of packaging your items and shipping them out. Shipping bags are not free, okay? So I have that in here on my sheet. Shipping materials, okay? Like the bags. I get the bags, it's like $100 for $12.90. So that's 13 cents each. Now, I know that you guys probably think, oh, that's a little bit, but you know what? That little bit adds up. Because if you think about it, you know, look, cutaway stabilizers, 13 cents. Then I have to pull out a bag. That's another 13 cents. So all of that, you know, make sure. So when I look at my kitchen towel, you know, and I'm selling them for $20, that $20 covered my shipping costs, my shipping bags, you know, my advertising material. It costs, you know, the actual towel itself, all the thread I use, you know, and a little bit of my time. It does cover all that. Okay. So my whole thing with the pricing too is, and then this is another thing that I think about. Okay, I want my things to be affordable for anybody to enjoy. That's another thing that goes through my mind. I don't want my prices to be like, you're buying Gucci. It's not my thing. I mean, if it's yours, okay, got it, okay. But to me, it's like, I'm not selling you a Louis Vuitton, okay, or Gucci or Prada or whatever those other bags are, okay. I'm just selling you a towel, and I just want it to be a nice towel, and I just want everybody to be able to afford it if they want it. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing too is I'm not looking to be on Forbes magazine. I'm not looking to be, I don't know. That's just me. I just like to enjoy what I do, and just, I don't know, and help other people, and also just, be able to create stuff for people so that they can like it. But that's my goal. That's me. That's Jeanette's goal. Like I said, people get in this for different reasons. Some people, they want to build an empire, right? Some people are like, oh, I want an embroidery factory, and then I want to, open one in every state or whatever. Okay. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. That's them. But I'm just saying, for me, that's, there's a reason why you all get into it. And my whole reason is just different. Okay. And this is who I am. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I charge $7 for the hat, $79 for the logo to digitizing, $15 for the embroidery. Liliana don't be playing, okay? Girl, she be selling Gucci. Liliana, $7 for the hat, $79 for the logo to digitizing, and $15 for the embroidery. Let me do this math. 7 plus 79 plus 15. That's 101. You charge $101 for one hat. Just $7 for the hat, $79 for the logo. Damn, you charge a lot. Girl. All right. But you do good work. That's the thing too. I mean, and that's the other thing too. When people know that your work is high quality, and he's like Eve said, they don't even blink. They'll just say, I'll pay. Just remember, you don't do production, you do one of a kind. That is, yeah, that is true. That is true. And you know what? And she has a good point. When you are doing when somebody but see, Lily, she does production, okay? She doesn't do like one, she, like right now she's doing 300, okay? So that's like a whole different ball game. And I bet you that's a whole different ball game when it comes to the pricing and stuff. Very informative. Production means that you do the same thing every time, exactly, ready to go, and then adding specialized name need to be added, and that's extra. And that is an industry. What about the overhead? I have one, and you pay rent or mortgage. See, and I don't have overhead. Okay. See, she has overhead, okay, because she has her own embroidery. Lillian has an actual embroidery shop, okay? Liliana. I, on the other hand, just got a room, okay? But I do write off my room in taxes, and that's another benefit. When you own a business and you do your taxes and stuff like that, and, I do it in QuickBooks and everything, the room is actually, this whole room is dedicated to nothing but my small little business. Okay, so I get to write this off in my taxes. And this is another thing too, the machines that gets to get, I get to include that in my taxes as well, because that's equipment for my business. Okay, so machines, equipment for my business, you get to write it off. When you go to the post office, mileage to go to Joann's to buy fabric, to anywhere, you get, that's all part of business expenses and stuff. So but she has the rent, and me, well, I don't have rent. I mean, I gotta live in here, you know. Well, I don't live in the room, but I guess, yeah, I see her point. Yeah. But with her, yeah, she has to be really, she has to be die hard on her pricing, because that's her bread and butter, you know. It's a business. It has to be treated as so, without the fear of losing sales. That, you know what? Yeah. That's a very, very good a very good thing. Yeah, a business is a business. I mean, it is. That's a very good yep, that is true, Michelle. Business is business. And you know what? And sometimes not every sale is a good sale either. You know, like I have said before, when it comes to customer service, if I find that somebody's a little difficult or problematic, I won't take the sale. I'll just be like, I think somebody else, you should get it from somebody else. For the simple fact that you mess up that sale, okay, or the you know, they, you know, the item, right? Because sometimes people, they come to you, they say they know what they want, and then next thing you know, is you end up with a mess. The next thing you know, they're going to be talking about you, and there goes your reputation and all that kind of stuff. So not every sale is a good sale and stuff. So, and you don't have to take every order that comes your way. Even in Etsy, there have been times in Etsy where I have gotten an order and I've canceled the order and I returned the money, because, you know, I got the little message from the customer, and just sometimes makes you feel some kind of way, and then you're like, you know what, this isn't gonna go well, you know, and I just cancel the order, and I just say no, you know, and people will try to get over on you. They, you know, unfortunately that has happened. I know I've had people where they have ordered a particular thing, and then they'll put a note and say, oh, and by the way, I want you to do this, 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 this. And I'm like, no, that wasn't in my listing. If you want me to do that, that costs extra. So what I'll do is I'll cancel it, and then I'll refund the money, and I'll just explain to them in the message saying, what you are asking is a custom order. I would be, if you want, I can give, you know, I'll create a custom listing. This is how much it would be. Let me know if you want to proceed. And then, you know, if they want, then I'll create the custom listing and have them pay what they should be paying. You know, that's how I handled that. But yeah, not every sale is good. You know, sometimes you gotta watch it. You really do. You gotta really watch it. Sorry, I meant different price lists. For example, companies I do jobs for are charged differently than, for example, a youth. Oh, yes, Barb. Okay. I don't charge differently, Barb, for other people. Usually I have a set price for my products. This is how much. If you want a kitchen towel, it's this much. However, though, I will say this. When it comes to my Etsy shop, if I have something that has free shipping on it, usually the shipping's already included in the cost. Okay. So that way, when the person buys it, I can just go ahead and, you know, ship the item. However, though, if someone locally, okay, locally comes to me and says, I want that towel, right? And I have it on my Etsy shop for $20. I don't have to pay for shipping. So what I would do is I'll say, okay, the towel's $17, because usually it's like $3 to ship. But because I don't have to like spend money on shipping, I'll send it, you know, I'll sell it locally for a little lower. I'll lower the price for them for the simple fact that I don't have to bother really for the shipping. And at the same time too, I even save money on the packaging as well, because I don't have to put it in a shipping bag, you know, to ship it out. I can just put it in a regular clear plastic and, you know, just hand it to them and stuff. So when it comes to people locally, I sometimes they get a better price for the simple fact that it's just a lot easier for them for me to sell for them. And at the same time too is sometimes they don't even put the order through Etsy. They'll just put the order directly to me, because when somebody buys something from you through Etsy, you have to pay the Etsy fee, right? So and stuff. So instead of that, I'll do it through QuickBooks. Okay. So that way in QuickBooks, I have an invoice and stuff, and it's just a lot cheaper that way. You know, I get more of the profit that way. So I do that. What do you do to the back of those baby blankets after you embroider it? Can you show the back of one you have done? Okay. Hey, Tammy, I put Tender Touch, the same thing. The blankets that I have now, oh, I have them in the other room. I don't have anything in the back. But when I sell them, okay, you know how when I do my kitchen towels and stuff, and let me show you a kitchen towel. Hold on. Mello, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going over you. I know. Okay, hold on. I'll show you right now one of my kitchen towels. All right. Let me, yeah, this one, I can show you this one. Okay. These are the kitchen towels that I usually sell on my shop. And this is exactly what I do with the blankets. The same thing that I do on these towels, Tammy, is exactly what I do. I get the Tender Touch. And Tender Touch. Shoot. I'm sorry, Mello. I know. I won't roll over you. Sorry, the dog's like sleeping. This is what I use. Oh, God. Tender Touch. Okay? Take that. Cut it. Now, I use my heat press. 325 degrees for 30 seconds. Okay? This is my towel. Okay? This is the back. The back has the Tender Touch. All right? Do the same thing with the baby blankets. Okay? This gives it a better touch. If you don't put that on the back of the baby blankets, what's going to happen is you're going to see the rest of, you know, you're going to see the stitches, you know, the back of, you know, when you're embroidering and you look on the other side, you know, it doesn't look nice. It kind of looks a little like, you know, all over the place. So what I usually do is I'll take little scissors and I just snip a couple of the tails that you see. Don't snip too close, okay? Because you can end up cutting the knots. Because when your multi-needle machine, you know, when it cuts the thread, okay? When it cuts the thread, the machine is actually making a knot, okay? And then you're gonna see the tail. What I do is I cut the tail, but don't cut it too close, all right? That is just, you just cut enough just to clean it up a little bit. Then you cut a piece of the Tender Touch and you put it over the back. And as you can see, and I'm trying to put this as close as possible so you guys can see. You guys see it? Yeah. See how clean it looks? It looks good. So put it on, I use a heat press, 325 for 30 seconds. And that will give it a nice clean finish. You do that exactly with the baby blankets, okay? Embroider them, turn over the baby blanket, put the Tender Touch in there, go under the heat press, and you'll be fine. And it's gonna look nice. Trust me. I didn't know you carry the blanket, baby blankets. Yeah, I do. I carry them in my shop. I have 3 types. I have the all white, the white with the pink trim, and the white with the blue trim. Those are the ones. Can you show me an example of your blanket? Yes. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Who do I have? Shoot. Okay, hold on. Somebody's with the baby blankets again. All right. Okay, I don't have them. Oh God. All right, I'm gonna run to the next room and get them. Okay, because you guys are asking for them, so I'm gonna have to show them. I was not expecting. Sorry, Mello. Let me step over him. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, I got the blankets. All right. Now, these are the blankets that I've been working on, okay? Now, notice how here, well, see, I did, these are samples, okay? These are samples. So when I would tear this off, I use tear away on these, okay? When I tear it off, I put the tender touch over the name, heat press it, and it'll look nice. But this is applique on the baby blanket. I did one regular stitch. This is applique. Okay. Came out really cute. People like this too. Comes out really, really nice. And then these are the baby blankets. I should do one for Mello. These are cute little baby blankets that I do. This one I used the cutaway. I think you can use either or. I don't think it matters much. For the simple fact that this is not stretchy fabric, okay? If it's stretchy fabric, I recommend cutaway. If it's very stiff, you know, like jean denim or something like that, you can get away with using tearaway. I find for me. These are other ones that I've made. These are really cute. People love these. People really, really love these. They really do. They're cute, you know. But I have other ideas for these blankets. I'm thinking of making family blankets. And what I mean by family blankets is I was thinking like, oh hell, I'm gonna say, because I don't think my mom's watching anyway and stuff, because she's probably asleep by now. But what me and my sister want to do is I have these blankets in all white. So what I plan on doing, and they open up really, really nicely. Oh, I'm sorry, Mello. I almost stepped on him. They open up really, really nicely, as you can see. So one of the things that I want to do is on the all white one is I want to put my mom and dad's name on it, put their wedding date, because they've been married now, 54 years, something like that. And then I'm going to put my name, the day I was born, my sister, the day she was born, put all the grandkids and the days they were born, and then my husband and my sister's husband, and the day that we married our husbands. And I was going to call it like a family blanket, right? So that way it's kind of like her blanket with her whole entire family, you know, all listed on the you know, her daughters, her grandchildren. I was even going to put Mello in there. And I was going to joke with her and say that way she never forgets anybody's birthday. So, or anniversary, right? So, because she has a blanket. So I was thinking she would probably really, really like that blanket. And it's something she could hang on her wall if she wanted to hang it on her wall. She could lay it on her bed, something she could put on her sofa. And I just thought it would be so personal and so touching. So that's something that we're planning on, you know, me and my sister were talking about, because she was like, you got those blankets, they're gorgeous. And then I was like, you know, everybody, they call them heirloom blankets. And I was thinking it would be really cool to do very similar to like a family tree kind of blanket for her. And I know she would love that. And I was even thinking, if I can do it and it comes out really nice, I can videotape the process of me making her blanket. And then maybe it's something that people would be interested in even buying for their grandmas and stuff. Because if you really think about it, that would really be neat, because it's a blanket that kind of represents your family tree, you know? So that's what I'm planning on doing. But that's what the blankets look like and stuff. So each of mine, okay, yes, but if don't complain and flinch at the price, then they're ready to pay for what they want. Hey Harmony, how you doing? So that is not a business if you don't make money. Yeah, you have to, that is true. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what, Liliana, I don't know what I would consider myself right now. Okay. Because every time I make money, what on my business, what I am doing is I'm kind of like reinvesting the money in my shop, because that is how I went from the single needle to the 6 needle, from the 6 needle to the 10 needle, and then now I got my Juki. So it's like I keep reinvesting. But from everything that I've heard, when you are starting a new business, a lot of times when you are making money, you are taking that money that you're making and you are reinvesting it in your business so that it can help grow. And then once everything is settled in, that's when you start seeing the cash flow come in, from what people tell me. So they say that usually it's about the first 3 or 4 years when a business first starts, that you really don't see much of a profit because people are reinvesting their money. But I don't know, I figured 3 or 4 years, I retire in 4 years. So hopefully by the time I retire, I should be like gung-ho, like straight, doing well in this. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes and stuff. Let me see. That sounds really great. You can pass it down through the family. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I really think too is that having a family blanket would really like it, it would be really special. I think my mom would, it would like really like wow her, so I really wanted to do that for her and stuff. Let's see. And I'm thinking maybe later on, I try to do it in a way where I can add more, because hopefully, she'll have great grandchildren. If she has great grandchildren, I can take the same blanket and I can go ahead and embroider it and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Doing the blanket for your mom. Please show us when it's done. Oh, hey, Cookie. Yeah, I will do that. I plan on videotaping that whole process. I really do. I want to videotape that whole process, because I think that is a really great idea. Because I think, one of the things too, like, that I like doing with my embroidery is like, kids, people do the birthday shirts for the kids, right? I like doing the birthday shirts for all my aunts and my uncles and my family, they're elderly, so the way I look at it is, when you start getting up there, you really want to celebrate every extra year you get in life, so it's like I did the first birthday shirt for my mom when she hit 81. And she loved it. And then I had to do one for Titi Pancho when she did 85. So my mom is already saying, I need one for 82. I did one for Gabby at 21. Now I have to do one for my sister who is going to hit 50 this year. So, adults really have fun with these birthday shirts too. So to me, it's like, I don't know, I kind of like doing stuff for the older generation. And I don't know, it's just my thing. I like the kitchen towels. I like the dinner napkins because and I think the older generation is really the ones that really appreciate those things, like dressing up the dinner table, stuff like that. you know, the family, you know, the blanket with the whole family. I think that, you know, I know the older generation, especially grandmas and stuff like that, they would love that, because I kind of look at it as my mom will probably look at that blanket and go, oh my God, you know, she'll probably look at my dad and go, you know, we've been married, and look at all these people that that we created, you know, because of us, you know, all these crazy people, you know, in the family and stuff. So I think she'll love it. I really do. I am debating on, you know, I want to put the names and I want to put the dates, but I'm also thinking about buying like embroidery files to try to embroider next to the names to kind of like fit the personalities, right? But that's kind of like hard in a way. So I don't know. Me and my sister are still playing with ideas. I do know that the top will have my mom and my dad's name, and it'll have their wedding day. And I was thinking of putting, you know, wedding rings, right? And then I know having my sister, me, then it's me, and then my sister Nancy, and then probably having our birth information there. But then I don't know whether I'm going to put other embroidery pictures on the thing. So I'm still trying to figure all that out and stuff. And when I figure it out, I'll probably show you guys how I designed it, but I'll just do that as a video. I won't do it as a live because it'd be easier for me to do it as a video. And then I will show you guys how I actually embroider the whole thing. But I think, and maybe I'll videotape her opening the gift too. So that way you guys can see her reaction and stuff, because I think she's really going to like that. And, you know, I don't know, we'll see how that goes and stuff. But I'm also was wondering too, would that sell, you know? And I'm thinking it probably would, because especially like Mother's Day, right? Mother's Day next year, people would probably be like, oh my God, I would love to get something like that for my grandma, or, you know, my mom, or stuff like that. So I'm thinking that this could probably be something really good, and I could probably call it, I don't know, family tree blanket or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do and stuff. So sounds like a family tree quilt. Yeah, Michelle, I like that. Family tree quilt. That, I like that. I probably end up calling that. Looking to learn how to quilt next. I want to make them for my grandchildren to pass down to their kids. You know, quilting is a really, really big thing. It really is. See, these quilts are already made. Okay, I buy them made, but they are gorgeous. I really love them. They have 9 medallions in them. So they are really gorgeous, and they feel really nice and stuff like that. Really, really like them. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed your time with me and stuff. I was hoping to be more organized in helping you guys with the pricing and stuff. But like I said, I am going to copy this, and I will put this on our Facebook group, so that way you guys could kind of see the different categories of things that I thought about when considering pricing. But like I said, pricing is up to you what you want to charge. Okay. The only thing that I say that you should really think about is, if anything, make sure you make the money back on the things you spent. Okay. But as to what your goals are, you know, that's on you. It's very similar to when we talk about, you know, when people ask me, I want to buy a machine, an embroidery machine, you know, which one should I buy? You know, do you sell them? Yes, I have blanks on my Etsy shop. When we're talking about different embroidery machines, which ones you want to buy, my thing is always the same. My answer is always the same. There are so many options out there, and the same thing with pricing. There's so many different ways you can price things. It's a personal choice. You have to think about, what is your end game? What is it that you want to do? There's really no right or wrong. In my opinion, there's no right or wrong, okay? because it's about you and what you're comfortable with. Just like, you know, I want to get this machine or that machine. You get the machine that you want. You get the machine that you feel is going to work for you, that you understand, that you feel comfortable working with. It doesn't matter what other people have and stuff. Follow what is right for you. The same thing like with the pricing. Follow the pricing that you can work with, that you feel is good for what you are trying to do. Because not everybody is doing embroidery to be a millionaire or you know, be rich or whatever. Some of us simply just do it because we just like to do it and we just enjoy it, you know, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. So I just wanted you guys to think, you know, think about some of the things and stuff. And it's always, you know, every Friday night, I really do enjoy these happy hours with you guys. I really do. Because I just feel like, I don't know, like we're kind of family and stuff. And, you know, I've been doing these happy hours now for a year. And I have to admit, I do look forward to the Fridays. Sometimes I do get a little nervous because I think, oh my God, you know, what I want these to be informative. So sometimes I kind of struggle with little topics. Because I was even thinking, should I do a live with you or something? But you know, of showing you how to do a shirt and stuff. But you know, I just, you know, I really do enjoy the support that you guys have given me. I mean, that really means a lot. And you know, I see a lot of you guys like religiously every Friday, 8 o'clock. You guys spend your time with me and stuff. And I, you know, that means a lot to me, you know. So I just wanted you guys to know that and stuff. I really appreciate all the support and stuff. And I hope that all the information that I give you guys help you, because I know you guys help me too. So, you know, just, you know, just wanted to share that and stuff, that I'm really grateful for everything and stuff. So anyway, guys, I am going to give you back the rest of your weekend and stuff. Please be safe out there. And as always, thank you so much for spending your Friday with me. If you're new to my channel and, you know, you like what you see and stuff, please consider subscribing. And, you know, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. You know, and if you have not, I have a Facebook group called Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures. It's a great group. It's especially for beginners. If you're just learning, please join. That way, you know, you can ask questions. We can help. You know, if you need help with anything, just reach out. I'll try to help you out as much as I possibly can. You know, and it's just a great group. I mean, I really love the embroidery community because they're like really a great solid group. Everyone is really nice, and I really like the fact that everybody's always willing to help each other to learn different methods of doing things. Because, you know, not, you know, one of the things with sewing and embroidery, you know, there's so many different ways to do things. And, you know, learning the different ways really helps you so that you can find what's the right way for you. So, you know, I really love this. You know, I'm really getting into this sewing and this embroidery. I just really love this field. I really do. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too. So I'm going to let you guys go. And, you know, you guys have a great night. And I will talk to you guys later. And I will see you guys next Friday at 8 o'clock again. So I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.